everybody, and welcome to another Coach's CatChat. Joe Stewart out here with head women's soccer coach Steve Simmons out here at the beautiful Linfield Soccer and Lacrosse Complex, back on the West Coast after a solid trip out to Chicago, off to a 2-1-1 start on the year, but furthest trip out east for the program in quite some time. Before we get into the soccer, just how was it getting back out to your old region and getting the team out to an area they weren't super familiar with?
Well, you know, the first thing is that everybody was safe. Nothing, no one got hurt. Nothing got stolen. No one got lost. So, you know, I think about it in those terms. But it was, for me personally, it was good to be back out there in familiar territory with. Seeing some old friends that came out to the game, but probably more importantly, having the team experience something different, and full credit and many thanks to North Central for putting on a wonderful tournament with some really good teams. Yeah. It's a lot of work when you put on a tournament. Andrew Gamara and his staff did an exceptional job, but it was all in all, I think, very productive. You know, you never know how much you're going to take away from it until you play the following week. So we'll see this weekend if we're able to move the needle.
Yeah, great tournament against some great teams. Looked like a couple of competitive matches. So you do fall to North Central 2-1, and they end up jumping into the D3 top 25 after their successful weekend. But then you bounce back and are able to beat Grove City 3-2. Two unfamiliar opponents, two tough opponents. So against North Central, they had the shot advantage pretty significantly, but still able to hang tough. But then against Grove City, able to get that to flip, 3 goals go in. Yeah. What were the differences between those two matches?
Well, it was very apparent that North Central did a pretty good scouting piece on us, and they're strong and physical, like you would expect a team that's going to be tipped to win their league, probably go to the NCAA tournament. As you said, now they're ranked 19th in the country, which is no surprise, and they do a really good job. And so they're going to be super aggressive on their home turf, right? And we didn't expect anything less. But, having said that, when you face that kind of aggressive team, you got to be able to handle that. And I thought in spurts we did. We wanted to bend but not break, but there were just a couple of errors that happened where the margins as far as those goals were. So we're going to learn from that, and it was good to be able to get one back and actually make it a game, which I think the last 20 minutes, whether we deserved it or not, I think it was there to get something out of that game. But all in all, it was the test I was hoping for. Obviously, we always want to get a result. We didn't get a result, but I was super thrilled how the players responded the following day.
Yeah, so that Grove City match, did you just feel that after having such a tough test against North Central, maybe the game slowed down a little bit for the team that next day? Yeah,
and Grove City was coming off playing a really good center college. They were ranked in the top 25. And again, another big physical team. And when we watch Grove City, they're going to be top 1 or 2, 3 in their league. And so they are used to winning, and they've got a couple really good players that factor in. And so it was a good test for us. We started slow, that response, we started slow. We want to learn from that. But all in all, I thought our response after we went 1-0 down was very, very good. We want to kind of keep momentum more. We kind of lost momentum a little too easy during the games, but all in all, I thought we were always a threat to score. We had several opportunities, either hit the post, hit the crossbar, open net, but at the end of the day, you got to convert those, and we're hoping to improve that conversion rate.
Absolutely. I mean, and the attack has looked very smooth to start the year, despite those kind of, every now and then, a couple lapses in momentum. Those will happen, especially early in the year. Right. But nearly half the shots this year have been on goal. Not only that, 8 different goal scorers already, of course. Large part of that was the 11-1 record-setting match against Multnomah. But still, how have you guys both been able to create such high-quality looks and spread the ball throughout the pitch?
Well, oddly enough, a part of creating those looks is, how we defend. How are we able to really contain and not allow our opponents to dictate to us what they want to do. It's kind of a unique thing if you think about, well, it's odd, you're talking about creating shots, but it's really about creating momentum swings. And then, when we get on the ball, we want to be able to ask a lot of questions of our opponents, and I think we've been able to do that, and we've been able to have a healthy rotation of players, which has been really good, and a lot of people getting looks. As you stated earlier, we've got a lot of different goal scorers, which is good. So we want to continue to track on that. But we head in the league, and that's the next season, the second season, and that's going to be fun for us. We'll see where we're at on that.
Before we get into the start of league play, I do want to touch on real quick sophomore goalkeeper Emily Miller. Had only 45 minutes of career college experience coming into the season, but wins the starting job outright. Now you've had her play almost the entirety of every match this year. She's allowed just 5 goals, recorded 17 saves. What have been your thoughts on how she was able to get that starting job and maintain it through the first few matches? Yeah,
Emily, along with the others in our goalkeeping core, really put the work in, and we saw a nice growth patch for her during the spring, and I think that's where she found a lot of confidence. And I think when she finds, like any goalkeeper, they find confidence, the players are confidence in her, and that's what you feed off of. So coming into the fall, she's earned the number 1, but it's a strong battle there, and but I'm happy for her. But I'm actually happy for our goalkeeping core. Maddie Reimer does a super job with them, and keeping it super competitive, keeping it fun, but at the same time giving those players clarity of where they're at so they can continue to achieve their own goals.
So we move into league this upcoming weekend, and they didn't give you any favors as you start against PLU and Puget Sound on the road. Those Tacoma schools, particularly PLU, they set the bar in the league. They're combined 6-1-1. Both have wins over ranked opponents already. What are going to be the keys to success, and what are you going to be pulling from the North Central and Grove City matches? Well,
that's a good question. What we're going to pull from is basically playing against teams that are physical, organized, athletic, and are not going to give you a lot of time and space, are going to be a threat going forward, and we don't expect anything less when we play those two. And you're right, they both have set the bar so far in the league for recent past anyways. But I think it's an opportunity. That's why we went out and play those teams, so that we can really dial in and measure ourselves up to prepare for these matches. And for me, we're just excited to play these teams and kind of see where we're at. But they come thick and fast. So regardless of what happens, it comes again the following week, and then it keeps going. So the girls that are returners, they get it, and the ones that are new, they're going to get it. And it's a banner of trying to find a rhythm, trying to stay healthy, trying to maintain fitness, and doing all that, and be a good student, right? Do the things that are a part of the special nature of being a student athlete here at Linfield, but going up and competing and trying to get some results. So we're super excited about it. We think the tests we've had this last weekend in Chicago really helped us out, and we're excited to kind of put it into play.
Yeah, the grind of the conference season on the horizon. Lots of back-to-backs coming up. I love it. Yeah. Once again, the Wildcats start the conference schedule this weekend up in Tacoma against PLU and Puget Sound on Saturday and Sunday. Both matches starting at noon. Finally, they'll return on the 24th. It's going to be a while from that first home match before we get to see the Cats here in McMinnville. You'll, of course, want to catch that when they come back, and we'll have it for you on the LSN. Coach, good luck this weekend, and thanks for the time.
Thanks, Joe.